The city never sleeps, but lately it's been having nightmares. Out there, under the cold glow of the streetlights, a ghost haunts the avenues and boulevards. It's the ghost of a promise whispered to generations, carried across oceans, and built into the very foundation of this nation. They called it the American Dream. Cut to black and white shots of bustling 1950s American life. Families in front of new homes, workers on assembly lines, kids playing in suburban streets. It was a simple deal, really. Work hard, play by the rules, and you'd get your slice of the pie. A house with a white picket fence, a car in the driveway, and the certainty that your kids would have it even better than you did. It was the gospel of progress, the engine of a superpower. For a long time it worked. The ladder was there, and anyone, they said, could climb it. But somewhere along the way, the rungs on that ladder started getting farther apart. For some, they disappeared altogether. The deal was broken. Music shifts, becoming more tense and melancholic. Visuals transitioned to modern, gritty scenes. For sale signs on rundown homes, long unemployment lines, worried faces in a crowd, flickering neon signs of payday loan shops. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing unease. The feeling that the ground beneath your feet isn't as solid as it used to be. You work longer hours for less pay. That college degree that was supposed to be a golden ticket, it feels more like a receipt for a debt you can never repay. The house with the picket fence, it's a rental, and the landlord just raised the rent again. This isn't a story about one person or one town. It's the story of millions, played out in the quiet desperation of homes across the country. It's the story of an economic collapse that didn't happen overnight with a crash and a bang, but with a slow, grinding decay. A death by 1,000 cuts. My name doesn't matter. I'm just someone who started asking questions. I started pulling on the threads of this unraveling tapestry, and what I found is a tale of broken promises, rigged games, and a dream that's been put on life support. Visuals of Wall Street traders, politicians shaking hands, factory gates being locked for the last time. They'll tell you it's your fault, that you didn't work hard enough, save enough, or wanted enough. They'll point to the roaring stock market as proof that everything is fine, but for whom is it fine? The ticker tape tells one story, but the foreclosure notices and medical bills tell another. Look at the numbers. They don't lie. For decades, productivity has soared. We're making more, creating more, innovating more than ever before. But wages? They've flatlined. All that new wealth, all that progress, it hasn't been shared. It's been siphoned upwards, creating a new gilded age while the middle class hollows out. Home ownership, once the cornerstone of the dream, is now a luxury for many. The median home price has become completely detached from the median income. You'd have to work 3 full-time minimum wage jobs in some cities just to afford a modest 2-bedroom apartment. How is that a dream? It sounds more like a sentence. And education, the great equalizer, it's become the great divider. The cost of college has exploded, saddling young people with crippling debt before they've even earned their first real paycheck. They're starting the race 50 yards behind the starting line, carrying a bag of rocks. We've become a nation of temps, gig workers, and freelancers, chasing the next paycheck with no safety net. The security of a pension, of healthcare tied to a lifelong job, has vanished. It's been replaced by the hustle culture, a rebranding of desperation that makes precarity sound like an exciting lifestyle choice. Slow pans over empty shopping malls and abandoned industrial sites. The noir music swells. So, the question is, who killed the American dream? Was it a single culprit, a conspiracy in a smoke-filled room, or was it something more insidious? A slow poison of policy decisions, of deregulation, of a shift in values that prioritized corporate profit over human prosperity. We went looking for answers. We talked to the factory worker whose job was shipped overseas, the college graduate serving coffee with a master's degree, the family who lost their home in 2008 and never recovered. We talked to the economists who saw it coming and the sociologists who are charting the fallout. Their stories paint a chilling picture. A picture of a system that no longer works for the majority of the people it was designed to serve. The land of opportunity has become a land of obstacles. But this isn't just an autopsy. It's a call to action. Because a dream doesn't have to stay dead. It can be reimagined. It can be rebuilt. But first, you have to face the truth. You have to be willing to look into the shadows and see what's really there. The promise wasn't just about wealth. It was about dignity. It was about security. It was about the belief that your children's future would be brighter than your past. That is the promise that has been broken. And we need to ask ourselves if we're willing to fight to get it back. The night is long, and the rain is still falling. But even in the darkest city, the dawn eventually has to break. The question is, what kind of world will we see when the light returns? Join us as we investigate the death of the American dream. We'll peel back the layers of statistics and spin to reveal the human cost of this economic collapse. It's a dark story, but it's one that has to be told. If this story resonates with you, if you've felt that same gnawing unease, then make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a lot more to uncover, and we believe these conversations are more important now than ever. Thank you for watching. The investigation has just begun.